will be my vengeance. There's a trap to try to bait somebody, to come after them in so many different directions that you get them to crumble or to make a mistake. I'm glad to see him going in the other direction, to say that, you know what, we're going to chase success. Success is unifying. Success is how we win. And you know what, I have full confidence that that's exactly what's going to happen this November, even though they've created a complicated path to get there.
The Attorney General saying if Trump does not have the money to pay off his judgment, she will go after some of his real estate properties, including the skyscraper at 40 Wall Street.
They look at 40 Wall Street each and every day, and will ask the judge to seize his assets.
She will not succeed in that effort.
Commercial litigation and bankruptcy lawyer Leo Jacobs says A.G. James has to get in a long line of others before she might ever see a dime from Trump's properties.
Number one is the other lien holders, equity holders, judgment lien holders, taxes in New York City, New York State. The list goes on and on and on.
Which he says will take years. And as has been reported many times, Trump does not own every building bearing his name. Trump is known for licensing his name to other developers. And circling back to his recent civil fraud trial in New York, Trump has denied any wrongdoing and says he will appeal.
And now you have a court trying to limit his ability to challenge this at the appellate level by...
All right, say it plugs it in. Perfect. We'll start the car. I need a tap to begin the scan. Now my $2,000 scan tool said it was a catalytic converter. Let's see what this little device does for us. Wow, incredible. Same reading. Same reading.
So I'll be going to the same mechanic for a while now, and the last time I took the car in, my husband swore he was ripping me off. Well, okay, so Fix is telling me I have a problem, a bad oil pressure sensor, and should only cost around $100. I'm gonna see if my mechanic is ripping me off.
So, what's the damage?
Well, ma'am, it looks like what we got here is you ran your motor low on oil, and this is definitely pretty severe. It's going to cost you $1,900, but I definitely wouldn't leave here today without getting the work done.
$1,900?
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, it's a pretty big issue. Sure. Alrighty. Okay.
Thank you. I can't believe that the mechanic we've been going to for years has been ripping us off. If a new mechanic shot me straight and fixed the problem for less than $100. Fixed is the reason why I knew what the issue was and how much I should be paying.
I just had someone come in with a check engine light on, and they let me know how much it stresses them out. They don't know what the problem is, how big of a problem it is, or how much it will cost. This is good for everyone, even those of you that don't know anything about cars. This is fixed. Over here we have another scanner, costs a lot of money. How this works, you plug it into the car, and the car lets me know what the problem is with the vehicle. This little guy does the exact same thing. Not only that, it sends the information directly to your phone. Now you have your own personal mechanic in your pocket. Well, this is a new gadget. It's called Fixed. And basically you plug it into a little socket on your car, it connects to your phone, and it will tell you exactly what that light means. The light can mean many things, from a simple gas cap not seated properly to an engine misfire.
I didn't really think half the people would check in with
Now, thanks to a gadget called Fixed, you might be able to decode the mystery of the light thanks to your phone. Fixed founder John Gattuso says the information, which includes parts to do it yourself and an estimated repair shop cost, should help consumers. They're not feeling helpless if they go to a mechanic shop. They understand what's going on, so they can be prepared for that conversation and be really confident when they go into that interaction. Fixed is a device that plugs into any car since 1996. Every car has this little port just under the steering wheel that our device plugs into. It's the same thing that a mechanic would plug their big scan tool into. And then it connects via Bluetooth to an app that we've created on the user's smartphone.
This is Fixed.
This is Fixed. Yeah.
And this is essentially the onboard computer inside your vehicle. Fixed gets plugged in and it extracts the information, one of the many tens of thousands of things that could be going on with your car.
Exactly. And then we take that information and send it over Bluetooth to your phone. From there we digest all that really complex car terminology and car data and then put it into terms that anybody can understand. This is a huge one. It lets you know how much it should cost to get fixed. If you're getting taken advantage of, you'll know. So there you have it. That is how Fixed works. I mentioned how cost-effective this was earlier. This little guy costs less than what I would charge you to scan your car one time. And it gives you a lot of the same information. So I don't understand why more people don't have this in their pocket, in their car, at home. So thanks, Fixed, and thank you guys for watching. Check it out.
Donnie Wahlberg. I grew up on the streets of Boston, in this very neighborhood. So I know all about the winters in New England. The cold, the blizzards, and the brutal nor'easters. I remember watching the local oil guy pull up in his truck, climb over the snowbanks, to get to that oil fill right there. Everywhere in the house. 9 kids, 2 dogs, a cat, and my grandma in the basement, plus my 2 parents. You can imagine the amount of heat it took to keep us all warm. Lately, as I bounce around the country, I hear an awful lot about climate change, greenhouse gases, and about how we can all do our part to reduce our carbon footprint. What if I told you that you could make a change for the future while reducing emissions now without making a single change to how you heat your home, without spending any extra money to do it? Well, I recently learned about bioheat, fuel made from renewable sources, vegetable oil, soybean oil, and used cooking oil, things that would otherwise go to waste. It's a far cleaner alternative to traditional home heating oil, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions by up to 80%. And the best part, it works the same way as your current home heating oil, with the same oil tank. Imagine if everyone in this neighborhood made the switch to bioheat. We can make a real difference for our kids and for future generations. Listen, we have an opportunity to make a real change here. Start small. Start somewhere. I'm not saying you all have to do it overnight, but I am saying it is that simple.
Requiring he post bond of the full amount pending appeal, but that he do so in a manner that does not take into consideration the full value of his properties, or by borrowing from someone else, or by operating in New York. And so this is extraordinary. We haven't seen anything like this. Frankly, we haven't seen anything like this in the whole world in a long time. And that's why it's so terrifying.
And Robert, this is the thing that really concerns me, and this is what I always tell people. You know, it shouldn't matter whether or not you like Trump or think he's the worst human being ever to live. The fact of the matter is, today we're going after Donald Trump using the law. Tomorrow it could be some other person or somebody else who doesn't toe the line in whatever the kind of political regime of the day.
We're going to see businesses fleeing New York.
Right.
New York has become a legal banana republic.
Congratulations. Are you happy with the investment? We're all gone.
Well, some of President Trump's supporters are pushing back against what they see as an unfair justice system, threatening a boycott that could have a major impact on the country's largest city.
I heard that there were going to be 700,000 truck drivers protesting.
They work hard, they work long. Nobody works harder, actually. I know a lot about trucking, I know a lot about truckers, and I know plenty of truckers. They're great people.
Ridiculous claims, and ultimately the judgment is untethered to any number. There was no victim, no bank was lost any money, no insurance company was out anything. And so, this judge just put the number out of the air, hoping to punish Trump, the Trump organizations, the Trump children, and others in the Trump organization. And I think it just is, it's disappointing. But, the other thing that's going to happen here, Rachel, is we're going to see businesses fleeing New York.
Right.
Just like Elon Musk left Delaware, you're going to see these businesses leave.
Well, the truckers in New York, where he was sued this time, have decided, well, we're with Trump, so we're not bringing any goods to New York anymore. Stuff you guys.
What was wild to me, though, is that, you've got all these New York liberals cheering, going, yeah, we got Trump, but... having been in New York about 6 months ago, I can tell you the economy doesn't need this sort of chasing out of successful businesses. People I talk to are saying that it's a witch hunt, and in New York, people are now saying, I'm not sure I want to go and invest in a place like this. Just have a listen to this guy.
New York was already a loser state. Like California is a loser state. There are many loser states because of policy, high taxes, uncompetitive regulation. It was already on the top of the list of being a loser state. I would never invest in New York now, and I'm not the only person saying that.
Why should I do business here when there are so many more business-friendly states that I could do business? In Florida, in Texas, for example. We've seen Elon Musk make that historic move. So I think people are looking at New York and saying, unless you do something to change the vibe here, to turn this environment around, not for me.
This strikes me as just a complete own goal here for New York, that they're going to chase competitive businesses even further out of their high-taxing, high-regulation jurisdiction, just so they can say, hey, we're the guys who got Trump.
That's precisely what's going to happen. Conservative estimates is that this case is going to cost the state of New York $10 billion or more in direct investment over the next 10 years. Because New York's one of its principal areas of investment is real estate. And now you've taken one of its most successful, one of its most prominent people, a person who helped revitalize New York real estate. Downtown New York was not a place to invest until Donald Trump was able to convert certain buildings into successful properties that attracted investment worldwide, all over the world. And if you're anywhere in the world, do you want to risk your money or your assets in a legal system that could steal all of your property, deny you a right to appeal based on nobody suffering any harm of any kind? Nobody wants to do that. I mean, what made America a great place for the whole world to invest was the stability and reliability and transparency and impartiality of our legal system, and they've jeopardized all of it in the name of getting rid of Trump. And by trying to hurt Trump, all they've really done is hurt New York, hurt America, hurt the credibility of our legal system.
Why would we go to New York? Why take the risk? My only point is, did we just diminish the great state of New York and the great people of New York? And shouldn't they ask for better management so they don't become a flyover state? Remember, New York has the highest taxes in the country, the worst regulatory environment, and it's incredibly mismanaged. And I'm pointing out now, on top of that, you get this insanity. A victimless crime, and forget about Trump. It's not about Trump. I don't care about Trump in this. I care about America, and I care about entrepreneurship, and I care about democracy and the fairness. The judicial system is now being criticized. People are asking themselves, the bar of New York, is this judge rational to charge